We begin this hour with new video. Take a look here of Iranian attacks in Bahrain, Kuwait, and in Jordan, all of which host American troops. It is a response after the U.S. launched airstrikes against Iran in retaliation for Iran downing a U.S. Army Apache helicopter. However, sources tell CBS News it is not clear if this move was intentional. The two pilots did survive that attack. President Donald Trump posted on social media, quote, "They've taken too long to negotiate a deal that would have been great for them. Now they will have to pay the price," he said.
It is 6 a.m. now on this Wednesday. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. I'm Eric Connert.
And I'm Netta Iranpour. Glad you're joining us. Let's check in here with meteorologist Evan Narani to see what the weather will be like. This warm-up underway, right?
Warm-up is well underway. Yeah. Friday's going to be the warmest day in the forecast, but today is already on that incline. We're enjoying warmer than normal temperatures pretty much across the board. Normal out by the coast would be about 70 degrees. Instead, we're expected to be in about the mid-70s, with downtown San Diego making it to 75 on average, 73 close to the water, 84 on average toward our inland valleys, well into the 80s for the mountains, and triple digits for the deserts. Partly cloudy skies, meaning that we are starting off the morning with some of that marine layer. Sunshine expected by the afternoon. Eric and Netta.
Well, after another year of tough budget negotiations, the San Diego City Council adopted the final city budget plan for the upcoming fiscal year.
We've been covering this for quite some time, right? The decision came down last night. News 8's Chris Grow live in studio with reaction now from council members. What are they saying about this, Chris?
Well, it passed, right? Okay. So we did get through one step in this, but we are still waiting for the mayor to say that he will be signing off. We'll get to that in a little bit. This took hours. It took compromise and unique solutions. There's been a budget passed, but is this all done? A $118 million budget deficit going into this process needed to be closed. Cuts to arts and culture, libraries and rec centers and more were proposed, debated, and fought for. So what was passed? Well, according to the San Diego Union Tribune, this final budget includes a restoration to most of the arts and culture funding that was proposed to be cut. About $11.8 million was initially proposed to be cut, and those cuts stayed in the mayor's May revise, but that was mostly restored in this budget by redirecting $6 million meant for the convention center and taking in a donation from the Prebys Foundation. Hours to libraries and rec centers were partially restored. They could have been fully restored to all impacted facilities if they had passed a measure to eliminate a nearly $2 million contract with Flock, the automated license plate reader system company that is employed by SDPD. However, that effort failed by just one vote. The budget gathers some savings by having police officers pair up in patrol cars to save on gas. There's also money dedicated to clear flood channels and last-minute restorations to a small business program and a position that's in charge of promoting San Diego for TV and movies. We have reaction from council members. Let's start with Kent Lee, who put out a statement that reads in part, quote, "We did not achieve everything everyone wanted, but together we delivered a budget that is far stronger than where this process began and one that better reflects the values of the communities we serve." Councilmember Joe LaCava wrote in part, quote, "I want to thank the mayor, IBA, city staff, and my council colleagues who dug deep into the draft budget to create additional efficiencies and generate more savings, as well as the many members of the public who participated in this process and guided these discussions." Now, the mayor has not put out a statement saying that he will sign or won't sign this budget, and he still technically has line item veto power that could be used on some of these last-second additions or restorations. We have to wait to see exactly what his response is. When we get that, we'll be sure to update the story. But for now, we'll send things back to you, Eric.
All right, we have some new numbers from the Labor Department just into our newsroom here. The Consumer Price Index, CPI, commonly used to gauge inflation, was up 0.5% in May. On a yearly basis, the CPI rose 4.2%. That's up from April's 3.8% annual inflation. So-called core inflation, which does not include the cost of food or energy, was 2.9%. Well, Larry Milotte's murder trial continues this morning. He's accused of killing his wife, Maya, who disappeared in January of 2021. Her body has never been found. Yesterday, a former supervisor discussed allegations that Maya was having an affair with a coworker. An investigator testified they found screenshots of that man's social media on Larry's phone, as well as emails to spellcasters.
And now a massive south swell expected to peak today. It is roaring at the beaches right now. This is bringing some of the biggest surf Southern California has seen this year. I mean, look at this massive waves. It gets messy too right there by the shore, kind of dangerous to might get swept away. This is creating amazing conditions for experienced surfers who are always searching for those big waves, but it is dangerous. There is a beach hazard statement in effect. You can expect to see an increased number of lifeguards. Even on Sunday, before this really got big, lifeguards were out there rescuing people left and right. So, you know, something to keep in mind.
Right. If you're a first timer, don't go out in those waves.
Yeah, it's tough to swim your way back.
Sit
That's
back
the danger.
And watch the pros do it, yeah.
It is opening day now. Look at this at the San Diego County Fair.
This year's theme, Once Upon a Fair. News 8's Tori Apodaca live at the Del Mar Fairgrounds with details on all the fun you can have out there. The lights are on, the rides are ready.
That's exactly right. The lights are on. It's already feeling so whimsical out here, and the energy is definitely high. Now I am joined with Jason Warrenberg with the San Diego County Fair, who's going to tell us all about the food competition. Everything in front of us looks so delicious. I know they're just displays, so we can't taste them, but tell me about what we're looking at.
Yeah, so we're in our 4th year of our Fantastic Foods competition, and this year we have about 45 semifinalists that'll get judged today, and then the top 18 will move on to our finalist competition on Friday the 12th. Those top 18 actually are part of our Foodie Fridays promotion. So those items will be offered at 50% off from 11 to 4 p.m. every Friday, one of the biggest deals we have on food.
And I know we have a tiramisu cinnamon roll. That one caught my eye immediately. Yeah. What else is in front of us here?
Lobster nachos. We have a stuffed Sonoran chorizo dog, pozole egg rolls. We have Nashville hot chicken mac and cheese balls. We have some various takes on the Australian batter potatoes. Of course, Chicken Charlie is always bringing the heat. And we have some fun additional sweets down there with the date of Del Mar at Candy Apple, which is dates and caramel and chocolate, the Good Witch waffle wand, and of course Spam bao buns down there at the end and a watermelon lemonade.
How do you even choose which one's the best? They all look so good.
You're going to have to come and choose for yourself because there's so many, and we're so excited. We're so grateful. These concessionaires come every year and bring the heat, and this competition has grown since the last 4 years, so we're very incredibly proud of them.
Have you been able to sample any of them?
We had a media event a couple weeks ago, so I did. I got a few sampler sizes of them, but I'm excited to try the rest.
Which is your favorite?
I can't tell you that.
Okay.
You're trying to get me in trouble.
Sorry. Jason, thank you so much.
Thank you.
But yeah, so this is all going to be out here. The spread today, the fair opens at 11 this morning, 11 a.m. until 11 p.m. Wednesday through Sunday. Yeah. Plenty of opportunities to come out here and take a bite.
Yeah, take a bite.
This fair food.
Really, am I planning which one first? The purple one at the Chicken Charlie. It looked like ube.
Ube.
I'm assuming that.
Ube.
That sounds new this year. It looks like.
Don't do too many of the bites and then go on the wild rides.
Right, rides first maybe, and then
just a bite, rides, and then spread them out.
And then take a bite.
Yes, exactly. You got to plan it out.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tori. All looks really good.
Yeah, they got
nice
the
variety.
Spicy, savory, all of that there, and then sweet, of course.
I'm still wondering who was at this media night that we were not. I'm
Why
like,
weren't we there?
Media who? I would have loved to try those things. They all look delicious. I feel like you have to go as a group of 10 people. Everyone gets a different item, and then you just have to be willing to share with everyone. So enjoy the fair. Temperatures are mild for now out there. We expect temperatures to be mostly in the low 70s, but keep in mind that the sun will still be beaming down on you, which warrants plenty of sunscreen. Bring it with you as you head out and reapply. As we look out towards satellite radar, you can see those clouds are bunched up along the coast, spreaded east. We are not expecting these clouds to stick around for too long, and they're not even as far east as Ramona, which is a good indication that East County locations are going to be quick to warm up as that sun starts to come up. We have a beach hazard statement out by the coast until 5 p.m. tomorrow. 4 to 7 foot waves, 8 foot waves are possible. Please, if you are not an experienced surfer or swimmer, know your limits. Check in with a lifeguard especially. That's going to be the best idea for them to be able to tell you what conditions are like in that specific spot along the water. And if you are caught in a rip current, please do not panic. Swim parallel to the shore, and ideally you can then make your way back to the shore itself. So heed all those warnings that lifeguards constantly give, and maybe opt for just hanging out by the water and watching the surfers as they do their thing. They love it out there. Take a look at your inland 5-day forecast. Temperatures are going to keep climbing. Today and tomorrow are already above average. We'll continue to climb for Friday, expected to be our warmest day. And then temperatures will slowly start to decline for Saturday and Sunday. It's no wonder a lot of people are going to be headed to the coast because of these warmer inland valley temperatures. All right, let's send things over to Vanessa Paz. It's 6:10 right now. What are the roads like as of right now?
Fairly quiet. In fact, you can kind of count the cars going by on the 15 right at Poway Road. So far, so good. Let's go ahead and switch gears and see what's happening on the 8. This is from our College Avenue Skycam. Looking east and coming at your screen is a westbound drive as you exit the Lake Murray area, the Lake Murray Boulevard pocket, and head westbound towards the College neighborhood. Let's go ahead and take it a little closer to the coast. This is the 5 in both directions right at Old Town Avenue. You can see the downtown skyline. Ooh, and the coaster going by there on the right. We are looking at really nice drives this morning, but just a heads up, we are tracking a crash. This is on the 125 right at Navajo Road in the Fletcher Hills area. It looks like it's on the right shoulder, so keep an eye out for that. Let's say if you're exiting La Mesa, headed northbound towards that 52 connector, or even if you're headed southbound, that may slow things down for you this morning. All right, travel times are in really good shape. We're averaging about 70 to 75 mile per hour speeds coming in from the East County headed west, 3 to 7 minutes right now for those overall travel times. If you're traveling in from the South Bay headed north, we're still all in the green. Again, I'm never sure why it shows yellow to get to take you 3 minutes to get across the Coronado Bridge, because that's actually pretty average to get in from Barrio Logan inbound. Let's go ahead and pull up your travel times coming in from the North County, because nothing major happening coming in from Oceanside nor out of Escondido. In fact, average drive time is about 10 to 11 minutes and speeds anywhere between 70 to 75 miles per hour. So, all right, 6:11 is the time. Let's go ahead and see what's happening with your border wait times. We're tracking about an hour wait to get across from San Ysidro's port of entry. And then if you're traveling in from Otay Mesa's port of entry, it'll take you about an hour 40.